best gift Swamiji will shower if you're deeply connected to him. Okay, next. So this means achieving the same state he is already, enjoying. So he said nothing is equivalent to this. Whatever you may be doing, whether you're walking, talking, sitting, playing, working, anything you're doing, he said, be immersed in him. All of you should have this as a boon. Next time when you ask for a boon from Swamiji, ask this boon. Okay? Be immersed in him, which is the Sayuja. Have the Sayuja Mukti. He said, understand, when I tell you to be immersed in somebody, the person has to be an incarnation or a deity. That is the reason why we put so much decoration on the deities, like the silk, the gold, the diamonds, all the precious things. Because your minds will be engrossed in such, such embellishment given to the deity, whether it's gold, silk, or jewelry. When the deity has it, your mind will just get engrossed in the deity and start living with it. You will just be, wow. So that's why he said, what do you think I'm wearing all these Rudraksha beads, that he's wearing? He said, it's only to make human beings engrossed in this space. So let you use something to be engrossed in Guru or in God. So next slide. So being immersed in God liberates you from all the commitments and responsibility of the world. Understand? Because this is the most important responsibility and commitment. See, if you can be immersed in God or in a Guru, all the responsibility are taken away from you. He will take care. But you continue to perform all the responsibility. It takes away all the worries, the anxiety that you may experience when you're feeling that you're loaded with so much to do, so much to expectation, all this. But when you immerse in him, you just be doing without the load. See, responsibility drop only when you are totally immersed in him, because you will feel that you continue to perform. You may not be expected to do anything. You just be performing. He's doing through you, through the body. Okay? So he gives a very fascinating samyama. He said, try this as a samyama. Okay? He said, a spiritual practice which, awakens the higher powers in all of us. So continue to do this lila dhyana of your guru or favorite deities. Let's say you want to connect with some deity and do the lila dhyana. Remembering his action, his words, his leelas, his lifestyle, the auspicious qualities that he expresses, the joy he radiates. So later we'll do a lila dhyana with Swamiji using this samyama, okay, at the end. So next slide. So he said, when you are immersed in him, you will have deep yearning to achieve the sayuja, the state in which he is in, the stage in which he resides. So when you have a deep yearning for sayuja, the sayuja mukti, you'll see that it happens in your life. So understand the inspiration or the yearning to be established in the state of the enlightened master. When you have that yearning, that pure intention to be able to be inspired for that, he said it will happen in your life. Only when you yearn for it, you will want to achieve it. Okay? So be immersed in the divine. The Lila Dhyana is, see, sometimes we listen to Swamiji's stories, sometimes we hear from devotees sharing. It is for that only to increase our feeling connection, our oneness with the Guru by enjoying the Lila Dhyana. So Lila Dhyana is one fascinating, I would say, technique for achieving the state of the Guru or the state of God, because simply by imbibing their lifestyle, their stories, their inspirations, all the experiences you may have with them, the teaching, you start enjoying the sayuja, the state in which he resides. Okay, so that is the part he said, Lila Dhyana. Next slide. So let's do manana, contemplation on this insight revealed by Swamiji for a few minutes. Okay, so Lila Dhyana of your Guru or God. Understand? If we look at how the devotion, Guru Bhakti, get strengthened when you constantly remember the Lila Dhyana of your Guru. Understand? When you remember how he has showered you, or how you see he basically worked with other devotees or disciples, and you enjoy it. You enjoy the Lila that he is manifesting through other bodies. And when you feel the oneness, instead of getting jealous, oh, how come he's showing more attention to this disciple and instead of me? When you don't have all this so-called jealousy, comparison thing going on, you will realize that, oh wow, you're enjoying even his Leela through another disciple, through this disciple, and you just feel that feeling connection. So that takes maturity of the disciple to be able to enjoy the Leela Dhyana, even though it's not happening in your life, but it's happening in another devotee or other devotee's life, you'll be able to enjoy it. Okay, so that is Leela Dhyana of your Guru. We'll do that later on, So now I'm just talking. See, sometimes I remember when we were in awakening, we listened to, some of the sannyasis sharing about when they live around Swamiji, all the miraculous moment or very, very amazing experiences they have, and you just, wow, this is so amazing. We used to hear all this whenever we attend program, or when the acharya is a sannyasi who live around him. I remember in 2006, before I took the healer's initiation, we were made to attend one program called Bhakti Spurna program. It's the flowering of your devotion, Bhakti. It's a 2-day program. And that program is not conducted by Swamiji, because how can he conduct and talk about himself, right? So the Bhakti Spurna has to be conducted by his disciple. So in this program, I think I have attended twice. One in Awakening, one is before in Awakening in 2006. And hearing all this juicy story about how their life, all the funny moments and all the amazing miraculous moments, the miracles they experience, that Swamiji, they share. It's just fascinating. It's just wow, it makes you so excited, and you want to achieve the state that he resides. So that is the one of the favorite thing that whenever we come for program is to listen to all these amazing stories with these disciples who live around him. Next slide. Okay, so let's enter into the next insight, which is insight number 86. Now, here is it, like a lamp in your heart. Okay, some of you did not attend the last week's session. Last week, Krishna gave a technique to meditate on the lamp in the heart. Okay, a lamp which is in the windless space. I've been trying this technique over the last 1 week, ever since it was given last Wednesday. Whenever I sit in the morning and I just visualize after the Trinata Kumbhaka or the Pranayama, I just sit and visualize this lamp in the heart, a steady lamp, because it's in a windless space. It means it doesn't waver, right? And such amazing experience. You have to do it and try it yourself to understand the power of that meditation given by Krishna. Okay, so he said in this satsang or this insight is similar to what he said, because I remembered the technique given last week, and this is like exactly what Krishna gave. So let's enter into this one, and so that you can understand the power of this technique. It said losing your connection with a master is too strong of a loss. Okay, it is too big of a missing. Let it not happen to you in your life. Don't miss the feeling connection with your master, because sometimes some people may say something which is based on their SDHE or their incompletion, and then you hear that story and you just suddenly feel, oh, we don't want to feel connected with this master. Don't allow that. Your feeling connection with the master is most sacred, most precious. Never, ever allow anyone to take that away from you. Okay? Please safeguard it with your dear life. That's what I say. Lots of things on which you are suffering, as your suffering is built on, will be taken away from you just by the feeling connection with the master. Whenever you feel down, whenever you feel displaced, imbalanced in your life, that feeling connection, that Guru Bhakti and feeling connection is what is going to save you from falling deeper into Maya or suffering. Understand? So that is the cushion. So when you don't have the bhakti, the feeling connection is like bhakti, right? Guru Bhakti. If you don't have that, then you will be on a free fall. Understand? The Guru Bhakti is the safety net that you fall and land on his lap. When you miss the Guru Bhakti or you lost it, understand there's no more safety net. And when life teaches you, Guru cannot soften the landing for you. So Guru Bhakti is, I would say the feeling connection is absolutely important for not only just protection, but lessening the pain or the suffering that you may have to go through if the Guru is not there. Okay, Guru is there, you feel that even though you may be going through the process, but you don't feel that enormous pain, you are able to pull it through, you're able to unclutch and able to move on and rise yourself up. That is important. I remember when Swamiji said that if you're initiated into unclutching, let's say something happened in your life, some very bad news happened, and you were totally shaken, totally shattered, like your whole world collapsed. He said in those moments, even all the initial disciples, he said, you will not stay in that state for very long. Very soon you get out, because the initiation, the Guru's protection is such that you will not fall into this deep state of suffering for too long. He will somehow get you out through his teaching, whatever that you have imbibed. So that is the beauty of having that connection with the Guru. So, but ignorance is such that you will constantly try to retain itself and try to have a hold over you. That means get hold of you. So in all possible ways, ignorance constantly tries its best. Ignorance in the form of Maya, darkness, but constantly tries its best to move you out of the master, and you're feeling connection with the master. That is what is happening. When people show the moth video, your Guru is like this, out of your fear or out of your ignorance, you move away from the Guru. You just missed him. Even you have very deep feeling connections with him in the past. I've seen before the 2010 moth video was released, there's so many disciples who were very, very connected to Swamiji. And because they chose to believe the media, they lost the feeling connection with the Guru, and they ran away. Basically, they distanced themselves from Swamiji and they lost it. Okay, even though they have spent many, many years with the Guru. So one thing I realized is that it's not how much time you spend around Swamiji. At the end of the day, it's your feeling connection and your Guru Bhakti that matters. Okay? Some people can be feeling, be there for 20 years but don't have feeling connection, still the same, they will run away after some time. Some people may be very new, but they have, such deep Guru Bhakti, they will still hang around despite all the negativity. Next slide. So he said, what Buddhism call this, thing as Mara, what Christianity call it as devil, what Hinduism call it as Maya. Okay, so these all terminology are nothing but similar, because what he's saying is losing connection with the divine or with the master. Okay, so the devil will take you away from let's say Jesus. In the Christianity, this Buddhists will say, the Mara will take you away from Buddha, and for Hinduism, is the Maya will take you away from the master, the enlightened being. So the words Maya, Mara, devil, is losing the feeling connection with the master. This is the worst thing that can happen to any seeker, is to lose the feeling connection with the master. So devil does his job by making you constantly lose the connection with the living master. That is the interesting thing that all of you need to be mindful. This devil, this Maya, whatever you call it, constantly work on making you lose feeling connection with the living master. So even when some people try to cherish enmity and abuse the master out of ignorance, I tell you very clearly, many molecules in their own system will not accept it. It means the body intelligence will not accept it, will not tolerate what they are doing, because their very molecules carry the sacred, great, amazing, joyful, intense memory of the times and experience they had around the master. See, they had experienced, so much transformation, joy, great memory of time they spent with the master. And suddenly some kind of Maya entered into them, and they just decided to drop the master and leave, the Sangha, for instance. So, but in their system, their body, their muscle memory, they will still remember all this sweet moments they have with the master will remain fresh and alive inside the system, the body own system. And all these molecules will not accept or will not tolerate what they are doing. If let's say they go and abuse, they go and do something, whether it's Sangha Droha or Guru Droha, it means abuse of Guru or abuse of the Sangha, because Sangha is Swamiji, right? You all know that. So next slide. So what is going to happen? Say, but out of ignorance or arrogance or some other vested interest, they go on suppressing those beautiful great memories, just to suppress the voice of the organ, the voice of the molecules, the we call it cells. They raise their voice louder and louder and abuse the master. They just want to avoid that part and suppress it, put it into the unconsciousness. But unfortunately for them, no voice is unheard or suppressed by their own consciousness, because their own consciousness is constantly listening. The inner guru is constantly listening. So the suppressed voice and the suppressed truth, the suppressed experience naturally do not die when it's suppressed inside. What is going to happen? These cells or molecules which are suppressed, those organs whose voices are not heard, they naturally are going to protest, right? They will protest and start a non-cooperation movement within the body themselves. That means they will start to create disturbances in the body. This is what happens physical and mental illnesses. How physical, and psychological diseases or disorder get formed is because of this fight only. They are not listening to the body, especially those autoimmune diseases. That's what I discovered. You know how people suffer from autoimmune disorder? Like the body is gone, on its own way of doing things, is attacking the body. This is exactly what happens when you are not listening to what the inner voice. You are actually going against what you're feeling. So the whole body intelligence just go into protest. So when you go into protest, this is when all these diseases, like whether mental diseases, physical diseases, or the autoimmune diseases start. And it's very complicated because like the whole system is gone haywire, especially for autoimmune disorder. The body is now fighting with each other. It's supposed to run organically like an intelligent system, but because of such internal suppression, internal conflict, the organs, the system, the intelligent system is now disturbed. When it's disturbed, it starts to manifest this kind of diseases. Okay, understand? Next slide. So don't allow this kind of suppression to happen. So connecting with the things that are lower than you is called ego, right? Let's say you're connected to, oh, I'm just a nobody, rather than saying that I'm Parameshwara, I'm nobody, the kind of thing. Cherishing all your SDHD, continue to strengthen them, feeling, cherishing them, don't want to work, don't want to work through the lower ideas you carry by yourself by completing and all that. So all this, somebody say, connecting things that make you feel that you're lower than you. Come in. Come, we started already, half an hour. Come, have a sit. Are you okay to sit or you want to sit on the chair?
I sit on the chair.
No. Let him take it, please. Sorry, we have a Ayah who just came. So I'm going to make him feel comfortable first before we continue. Okay? We already started because this is going live on Facebook, YouTube also. So just wait for a while. Menki will help you sit.
Where is this?
They are attending from different parts of this one from Hong Kong, this one from Philippines, two Hong Kong, Philippines, and one Singapore.
Oh, I see. Right side is Singapore.
Yeah. Okay. Ayah, you want to sit so they can capture you in the camera? Because, Nikki, can you move him to the closer to the center?
Center.
Here, near the yeah. Can you see the camera?
Yeah.
You just sit. Make sure that he's yeah. Okay. Sorry for the slight disruption to the session. So let me continue. So he said that whenever you connect with things that make you feel lower than you are God or you're Paramashiva. That is ego. Okay? So connecting with things that are higher than you is devotion. Make you feel higher than you is devotion. So he said, don't ever lose the feeling connection with the master because this is too precious to lose it. He said, it's like a small lamp kept in your heart. So the feeling connection is like connecting with the divine. It's like a lamp in your heart. So don't allow the cyclone of ignorance or arrogance or negativity or sensationalism, right? It's basically like how a lot of the media try to sensationalize all the false allegation they put on the gurus, not just Swamiji alone. Since time immemorial, all the unconscious sect of the society try to pull the guru down, creating false allegation, whether it's sexual scandal, whether it's saying he's a fraud, all this kind of thing, like some kind of abuse. All this will make you feel your doubt will be created in the trust in the guru. So don't allow all this to happen. That put out your connection. Don't allow that to happen. Say, keep this lamp inside your heart alive. Keep it alive. Always retain the connection with the master because this is the ultimate gift. Once the feeling connection is already established, it's like the Guru Bhakti is already established, which is there to hold you whenever you fall. It's like a cushion, the safety net. When you lose the feeling connection, the safety net is no longer there. Okay, so all of you remember, safeguard this feeling connection no matter what. No matter anything from the external world that show you otherwise. Don't lose that feeling connection. I want to share with you my personal experience. See, in 2010, when Swamiji was persecuted due to the false video created by the Sun TV. See, Sun TV, he wanted to control Swamiji, basically. The guy, the CEO, wanted to take over and wanted to extort money from Swamiji. But Swamiji, of course, as an enlightened master avatar, he didn't bother. He didn't care about his strange demand, unreasonable demand. So he just ignored him. And then, so to get him, this Sun TV guy went to create this conspiracy, right? To basically fabricate a video which is digitally touched to show Swamiji in a very scandalous situation. So when this was broadcast to the whole world, basically, obviously, it shook the whole world. Somebody joked, he said, there are 2 times your internet collapsed. He said one time was Michael Jackson passed away. In 2009, Michael Jackson passed away, right, in June. That was the time I was attending my first inner awakening. So he said the whole internet collapsed because the news was too wildfire. He said the second one was his when his more video was broadcast globally, the internet also collapsed. So basically, we're hearing all this negativity, all this constant bad news and negative news about Swamiji. And we are not spared. We're bombarded. We're called, and so many questions. All this, it triggered a lot of doubt in the whole thing. But one thing I held in my heart. Good thing is that I have attended Inner Awakening already, because 2009 in June I went. So like 9 months after attending this scandal happened, right? This mock video happened. So because I have experienced Swamiji, I kept that experience in my heart. That is the lamp that kept me alive to say, okay, whatever is projected by the media, I'm not going to believe. And I chose to trust my experience with him, because I experienced him, as Shiva. He's Shiva to me. So how can I deny this? And he healed me completely from my cancer. So how can I, trust what the media is trying to tell me versus my personal experience? So that's why I decided that I rather trust my personal experience with him rather than whatever noise that's going out there in the media. So that was one thing that saved me from running away. But many of the senior disciples saw this and they all ran away. So keep that small lamp in your heart, which is a feeling connection, devotion to the Guru, alive. Even whatever the world outside collapsed, just keep it alive. Okay? Next slide. Okay, so the connection with the Guru is the most precious gift. Understand? If we have met a living enlightened master, now we have an avatar. Not only is an enlightened master, he's an avatar. His incarnation of Paramashiva coming in this form. Understand? We have like strike lottery, strike gold. You cannot give up that easily. You should not give up that easily. So let's internalize this insight. When you see every time when you fall into the low, whether it's mood swing or some kind of challenges in life, whether it's job, whether it's relationship, whether it's health, or any kind of obstacle, adversity in life. The moment you connect with Swamiji, he constantly come to give you either powerful cognition or give you more clarity how to get out. That is the most important thing, because he said one thing, he said, as long as the umbilical cord, the spiritual umbilical cord of the connection between the guru and the disciple is not severe, it means it's not cut. You didn't abuse him or you didn't abuse the sangha, then the connection is still there. The moment you start abusing, then the spiritual cord, spiritual feeling connection will be destroyed. So as long as that connection is still there, he can continuously guide us through whether his teaching, whether it's through the initiation that he has given us, like the unclutching initiation. Every time you learn, you remember unclutching, you just be able to unclutch from the crisis that you go through, or the tough situation, or you're able to have a higher intelligence to know what to do. It's very important. A lot of time the teaching you suddenly remember, oh, Swamiji said this is what I need to do in this situation. See, when I've seen when they abuse the guru or they lost the feeling connection, even those initiation or those knowledge that has been given to them will be forgotten. That's the worst thing. I saw that. I've seen that in so-called devotees who left the sangha, and they even all this precious teaching that they call the shastra, the weapon of knowledge, the shastra, right? The knowledge of weapon, right? So they don't even remember that they have this knowledge. Because of the loss of feeling connection, all this become forgotten. Like in the moment you need all this weapon to fight the war, right? You forgot entirely. Then you'll be like, what am I going to do? You're like totally forgotten. This is so-called the curse. You've forgotten apasmarana. You have given to the demon, right? That Nataraja step on that small little midget demon. That is apasmarana, the demon that make you forget. That is the demon. When you lose feeling connection, the demon will take over and make you forget all the great things that you learned from the guru, the true knowledge, and then you will fall more and more into the maya and suffer. Understand? So don't allow that to happen. Okay, next slide. Okay, so now we're going to enter into the next insight before we do the meditation. So the next insight is encourage every possibility. This is another very important aspect for a seeker. See, he said a possibility happening inside you is like a new bud, like a new bud that is going to sprout, like a tiny plant, the sapling, which is going to sprout into a tree, or it should be treated with a lot of love and respect. See, every hope, every faith, every trust, every little possibility should be kept alive, encouraged, nurtured, and enriched. That is Dharma. See, in Dharma, in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, we should keep every possibility alive. We should not kill it. We should not disregard it. Even like inspiration given by Swamiji, you should action on it, take the jump and start doing it, and don't allow all the impossibility to say, oh, nice idea, I don't think I can do it. Like you start killing the inspiration given by the guru or given by divine. Let's say you hear somebody say, do this. Then you're like, this is too difficult, I don't dare to do. And you start telling, you try to convince yourself you can't do it by allowing your SDHC, your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial patterns to take over. And in the end, you don't do. So he said, don't allow that. Every hope, every inspiration, and every possibility should be kept alive, encouraged, and enriched. That is living Dharma. Okay. So in the Vedic tradition, in our tradition, he said we have a great heart to encourage every possibility. That's why in Gurukul, every child, every balasans that come to study in Gurukul, we encourage all possibility. Swamiji kept that alive. I've seen it in India, Bidadi, when I was volunteering in the Gurukul. The way how he created that big vast playground for all his balasans. He never tell them off or kill their possibility. Understand? I remember one example. That one is a perfect example. Let me share. Okay. See, Ma Shivarupa's daughter, Ma Shambhava, okay, when she first joined Gurukul in India, she had struggled to wake up at 4 a.m. to do yoga. So every time when it's time to go yoga, she will go there and just fall asleep. Okay, she will just sleep while the yoga is happening. So she's never able to keep up with the routine. Because initial phase, right, she's not used to the whole lifestyle yet. So she was struggling to follow through the routine. That was initial. Then the mentor, the teacher, the Gurukul teachers went to complain to Swamiji, say, oh, Ma Shambhava is, able to do the yoga every time falling asleep, never, follow the spiritual routine. Guess what Swamiji did? You will never believe. He would call Ma Shambhava, and come and give her a hug, okay? And Swamiji just hug her, okay, go. And the mentor, the Gurukul teacher who's managing these kids was like, huh? How come like this? See, Swamiji's hug is to encourage. It's like removing let's say the tamas in her. Like for instance, that one hug, you never know what he's working on her. It could be removing the tamas, the laziness pattern, or also giving her the strength to create the possibility for falling in tune with the routine. So he never even punished her or anything like that. Just the hug is sufficient. So keeping that possibility for her. Now she's all of you would have attended Paramasha level 1, 2, 3. She's now doing the DVK, right? She's actually guiding to do the yoga. So can you imagine the day when she started in Gurukul, she was struggling to even wake up in the morning to do yoga. So that's why, keeping every possibility alive, because you never know. So he said, I've seen people losing so many things in life just because they cannot keep the possibility open, just because of their narrow ideas. Oh, I can't do this. This is too difficult. Like what society give all this impossibility, because that's what school taught us. You can't do this. You cannot do this. All these ideas given by society, just ditch them and don't even entertain them. He said they postpone their decision and seal off the possibility. Don't shut down your possibility. Don't postpone them just because you cannot encounter or face certain situation. Don't postpone or shut down. He said a person who shuts down his possibility is an atheist. Means what? Who don't believe in God, who don't trust divine. Because if you trust the divine, you will do it because it's the divine flowing through you, giving you the inspiration to manifest something, to create some possibility in life. But if you shut down, that means what? You have become an atheist. You don't trust that possibility in you. You don't trust the divine who can manifest, some extraordinary things in you. So don't allow yourself to shut down your possibility. Okay, next slide. So he said, atheists are people who do not have the subtle grooves in the brain to grasp the subtle higher truth of life. Because they don't have the subtle groove awakened, so whatever higher truth, they are not able to accept. They're not able to internalize, cognize, so they shut down. Saying, no such thing exists, it's impossible. Like you show them of our manifestation, that someone can see through the third eye. Like how Sanjaya is able to download the whole thing, when Mahabharata war is happening, to tell the blind king what is happening in Kurukshetra. The atheists will not believe. They say, what? I don't believe this. There's such a thing as third eye. How can this happen, right? So when this shut down all this, they think this is just mythical, story only. It didn't happen in real life. Or when one of the Nayamas, Sundaramurti, he wanted to go and visit a Shiva temple across the river bank, and because the river was flooded and he was not able to cross, and he prayed to Paramashiva that please give me the darshan. And what happened? The river just parted and created a sandy track for them to cross over to the other side of the river bank. When they tell this, they will say, this is just storytelling, it's not true. But this is happening in the Naima's life because they are such devoted, Shiva Bhakta. They are Shiva Bhakta that experience, the miracles in their life. But to an atheist, they will never believe all these miracles that is possible. Understand? So, he said, keep all hopes alive, even if it is false hope. Understand, all hopes leads you to hopelessness. Not because they are false hope, but to lead you to the reality. You need to land in the reality, be raised to the reality. Hope by its very innate intelligence leads you to the reality. So keep that possibility and hope alive. So keep all hopes alive, don't kill any hope. Get it? Give me a thumbs up. Yes? Okay. Now we enter into the final insight for tonight. Sorry, still got one more slide. So he said, by rigid rules, so many possibilities get stopped. See, rules are created by men. Understand? Men make rules, society make rules, are designed to kill all the possibilities. They say, oh, this cannot be done, that cannot be done, this is have to follow like this. Then everything is over, all possibility is killed. So whenever the possibility are shut down, hopes are reduced. Other than the rules of no human trafficking, no other rules should be solid. He said there's no rule should be solid. Everything should be fluid, which a person can bend or alter as per his responsibility. Okay? Everything should be a flowing guideline, not a rigid rule. Understand? Even in Sangha, you need to have the understanding in order to see the possibility. Okay? So, shutting down the possibility is adharma. It means you're against dharma. Believing the possibility for further progress does not exist is defined as Rahu in astrology. So the Guru keeps even the smallest possibility open for humanity. He just like, how Paramashiva, he even accept demons, asura, all this, the lower beings as his devotee. Why? Because he want to keep the possibility in case they get, able to get rise out, and one day they become also enlightened being, they become him, That's why if you have read many of the Puranas, right, all the story, like Prahalada, right, all this, many of these demon king, they got boons from Paramashiva or they got boons from Brahma and then become very powerful. After become powerful, they go and create rakas either on the planet Earth, Bhuloka, or they go to, Indra Loka to go and create havoc in the higher celestial plane. And then Indra had to go and run to Shiva and ask Shiva to fix it because you give them this power, and then now they are creating, they become so powerful, they are creating more disturbance in the different lokas, different plane. So that's why, because of Paramashiva's compassion, he keeps all the possibility alive for every being. So because of that, sometimes he create all this lila. So he said, I have happened on planet Earth to open and fill everyone with all hopes, to awaken all the possibility of you. So understand, Swamiji has assumed this avatar. He come in this birth, his advent as this avatar of Paramashiva is to revive not only all the possibility, all the sampradaya, all the lineages, 10,000 sampradaya in Sanatana Hindu Dharma is to be revived so that all the great glory of the enlightened civilization can again be experienced, flourish on planet Earth again. Okay, so he's keeping all the possibility alive. That's why he even worked with indigenous tribes in the third world country. As long as, because indigenous tribes, they are very, very raw and they're connected to the nature. They have lived their culture, tradition for many, many years, and they have find a connection to nature through, the God and through nature. So they are, the possibility should be kept alive so that they don't get destroyed by globalization or modernization or urbanization. Understand? So that's why Swamiji wanted to keep all this possibility alive. That's why he recognizes the indigenous tribes and work with them. Understand? Recently, in last month, he founded this United Ancient Nation by collectively pulling globally all the ancient nations who have existed to become a solid force representing in the United Nation. Understand? This is like strengthened, because individually they are weakened, they are not able to fight, but collectively as a United Nation for all the ancient nations, they can powerfully at least get a voice in the international arena. Understand? Okay, next slide. So, do you encourage all the positivity in your life? Just let's take a few moments to think, contemplate. Have you encouraged all the positivity in your life? If not, why? Contemplate on this. I'm applying to yourself. Don't go and think other people. Don't think about your child or your husband. Forget about that. Think about you personally. Did you encourage all possibility in your life? If not, why? Why do you kill it? Why did you discourage it? Why do you run away from it? So let's take a few moments to contemplate on this, just for your own, your own exploration, contemplation on your own life, your life. So let's take a few moments, just close your eyes for a couple of minutes to see from the day you know you, when you're born you know you, till now, how many times you have shut down the possibility and suffer. How many times you have missed, discouraged, or postponed your possibility, and how that make you suffer. Look in. The moment I close my eyes, I remember one thing that, in 2000, was it 2011? Yes, 2011. Yeah, I think it's 2011. Swamiji, is it 2010 or 2011? Okay, during that time, Swamiji took a group of disciples to Mount Kailasa. Okay, I had an opportunity, but I needed to apply leave from the job. Okay, but I didn't feel confident about my body able to survive in the high altitude and the whole spiritual, pilgrimage to Mount Kailasa. So I give up that possibility. Now, see, I would have missed completely an opportunity, lifetime opportunity to go Mount Kailasa with Swamiji. Now even I want to go, I have to go on my own with some commercial, tour group. I can never really experience the the intimate initiation and with a very small group of very, very close disciple of Swamiji to experience Kailash. So that was my missing. I was like, ayya, now you don't want to go, so it's not possible anymore. So that is, so when I closed my eyes, this thing popped up. Yes, it was a big missing. Okay, next slide. Let's enter into the last insight for today. So the last insight for today is signs of entanglement. Very interesting one. Please provide listening. Swamiji say, I was reading an article by Dr. Bruce Lipton, right? Bruce Lipton is the guy who actually did a lot of quantum physics. He's a quantum physicist, okay? So he did a lot of research, who has been doing some breakthrough scientific discovery connecting science to spirituality. So in one of his articles, he quoted a term called entanglement from quantum physics. So entanglement means when one energy source comes in contact with another energy source, so it's like one energy come in contact with another energy, they get entangled, interfered with each other. So this is called entanglement. That interference can be harmonious, can be highly positive and transforming. So that's the basis of his research paper, okay? So then another physicist called Amit Goswami, okay? He also published an article in the Physics Journal showing that entanglement affects people, not just having discovering this entanglement of energy, but he went one step further to say this entanglement affects the people. So he had two people meditate together, two groups of people meditate together, okay? Then he moved them into two separate chambers, okay, one to this side, one to the other side, where they cannot see each other or hear each other. That means they are separated, okay, to two different rooms. Next slide. So he said a light strode, that means like a beam of light, okay, a beam of light, you can imagine like a disco light. A beam of light was shown near one person's eye, one of the person's eye in one of the chamber. It caused a firing of a certain frequency in the brain, like say the light caused this person's brain to be activated in some way. Remarkably, at the same time, the other person on the other side of the room also get the same kind of effect, the feeling fired. Even though he never saw the light, he's in the other room without the light shown on him, but he experienced the same phenomena as the person in the other chamber. This proves what we intuitively know as the energy of people can affect each other. Imagine, let's say you have a very, very negative, low mood. You're always depressed. So imagine you're living with people who are depressed all the time. Understand, they can also affect you. Okay? So moreover, the most powerful energy source can influence the energy of whatever is around it. It is like this. He says, suppose you have a long wall with hundreds of pendular clocks hanging there, tuck, 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 okay? And you start them at different time. This one go this way at different time. So within a few minutes, you will see all the clock will be swinging together. Tuck, tuck, tuck. All will fall in tune with the biggest clock. Let's say the biggest clock that is moving in this rhythm. All the small pendular clock will also start moving in the same speed or direction as the largest clock. So this is the signs of entanglement. Next slide. So this is exactly what happens when you come into my breathing space, enlightened master's breathing space. What happened? Suddenly your mind will get entangled with my no mind, the thoughtless, his thoughtless mind. He said entanglement is only in the thought level. If your mind entangles with my no mind, it is entanglement. So if your muscle memory gets entangled with my muscle memory, it is called entrainment. If your biomemory gets entangled with my biomemory, Swamiji, it becomes enlightenment. Your biomemory entangled with Swamiji, biomemory is enlightenment. So he said, first start with entanglement with Swamiji leads to entrainment at the muscle memory level. You start mirroring his body language, his muscle memory. Then finally, this body muscle memory level leads to biomemory, which is fundamentally enlightenment. Understand? Entanglement, entrainment, enlightenment. Next slide. So, entanglement happens when the thoughts of two or more people are in union with one another. Entrainment happens when two people fall in tune with the same idea. Enlightenment happens when two people unite beyond ideas. So these are the different levels. Let me repeat. Entanglement happens when the thoughts of two or more people are in union with one another. Okay, the thoughts of two or more people. Let's say, remember we talk about power manifestation, right? So when Swamiji entangle us with the oneness, the space of oneness, Avaita, then we start manifesting Shakti, right? So that is entanglement. Entrainment is when two persons fall in tune with the same idea, okay? And then finally, enlightenment happens when two persons unite beyond ideas. Whenever you are in the presence of the Master, enlightened being, practicing sitting in an untouched way, disengage from any thoughts and emotions that are happening inside you. Do not be attached to any thoughts. So unclutching is happening. When you sit like this in the Master's presence, entanglement, entrainment, enlightenment can happen spontaneously in you. That is the most powerful experience. Next slide. So now, let's meditate for this. Let's do the samyama for next 11 minutes, okay? Go and take your IBAN. Please take your IBAN. Do this samyama of Lila Dhyana. Lila Dhyana is entanglement. So I'm going to set the clock for 11 minutes, timer. Do 11 minutes of meditation. Then I'll play the Mahavakya also. All of you get ready? So you're going to meditate on the Lila Dhyana with Swamiji. That means, let's say if you're new to Swamiji, then you can pick a deity that you want to have Lila Dhyana. Let's say you're a devotee of Krishna, you can do Lila Dhyana with Krishna, or if you're a devotee of Hanuman, you can do that the same. But for all of you who are connected to Swamiji, you can do the Lila Dhyana with Swamiji. Okay? So put on the IBAN. Let's enter into this Lila Dhyana. Let's entangle with Swamiji, and then he will lead you to entrainment and then experience a glimpse of enlightenment. Let's do it, okay? So now, sit with the back straight. We start now, okay? Start breathing very slowly and deeply with the eyes closed. First, experience Swamiji through the breath. Understand? Paramashiva existing as prana, life force, as prana Shakti. Connect with that prana flow in you. We say that he is present in the 11th dimension. But in different dimensions, he appears in a different form. He looks different in different lokas. But the prana is the same in all the lokas. That's one thing that is consistent. So connect with that prana, the breath of Paramashiva. Slow, long breathing. Through the entanglement with prana or Paramashiva, allow all the possibility of entanglement, entrainment, enlightenment to happen spontaneously by His grace. Just sit now. For each one of us, He will give individually what we need to experience through this Lina Dhyana.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Relax. And slowly open your eyes. So how was the experience? How was the experience with this Lila Dhyana with Swamiji? How was the experience? Anyone want to share? You? Any specific experience? Too personal to share or too shy to share? Okay, so you can type on the chat, later on if you want to share. We go and complete these few slides more. So, I want to announce updated Kumbh Mela happening in Singapore here in Ardina. So, happening next Wednesday. So, next Wednesday we won't have class, we will be having session here. The event here, morning session and night time also. So, it's like almost 36 hours of celebration. So, all the disciples in Singapore, residing in Singapore, and also my team lead, welcome to join this event. So the flyer is getting updated today, so there will be updated flyer. So I just want to let you know this program now will start about 5 a.m. instead of 4 a.m. here. 5 a.m. will start. So please come. We will have a full celebration, including Kailasa Puja. We'll be having a puja to energize the water from the Trivedi Sangam. And then after that, we will do we'll have a small, in transition to the Snan, we'll have a cultural performance as well as a Kirtan to, increase the energy and enjoyment. Then we'll have the Amrit Snan, followed by Abhishekam to the deities as well as Maha Arati. Then we'll serve the breakfast. So this is the event that's happening in the morning. Next slide. Then in the night, we'll have the celebration of Mahashivaratri, right? So please all come back again, go back and rest, and then at the night time we will congregate again to celebrate the whole night with Swamiji to the next morning. So here is a reminder, we started this Nitya Spiritual Healing and Manifesting Shakti since more than a month ago, 21st of January. So it's been going well every Tuesday now, as from 7 to 8:30. Do come. If you have anything you want to ask, whether it's healing or manifesting Shakti you want to ask, but you need to come physically. We want people to come physically. So next slide. So there's no lesson next week because we are celebrating Kumbh Mela and Mahashivaratri on the day. So all of you, please join. And with that, I would like to conclude with a Pura mantra. So, Joby, please come into the screen so that you can see. You capture already a shot of the people. Can you capture? Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sauvam Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Paruka Paramastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, Swamiji. Okay, see you soon in Singapore. Stop the recording and then the Facebook also. Okay.